Bishop here. I'm going to do a video today. A lot of people ask me about truck driving schools and are they okay. Places like CR England, something that I've had experience with right here in the past, or a friend of mine did. He called me and asked me were they okay, and he was a little desperate for a job at the time and wanted to get his CDLs, and they promised him a job. And as far as I know, if you're really desperate and you don't care about being home and you just want to get a job, get in a truck, that's probably an okay way to go. But I would say that's the bottom. If you don't have anywhere else to go that route. That would be the down on your luck way to go. Because right now, I saw on the news the other day, they're hiring homeless people. They're trying to recruit homeless people to get them in these trucks, the ones that aren't crazy. That's how desperate they've become to get drivers. They're trying to get these school drivers or these student drivers because they know they work really cheap. They don't care. A lot of these young guys seem to be so beholden to these trucking companies or these truck driving schools that they would come in and they put you up in a motel and they feed you and everything, and they're just so nice to you and everything is great, and you just think everything is going to be wonderful. And then when you get and try to apply for a job somewhere, they still say, well, you have to have 2 years experience. Where do I get that 2 years experience? It's just impossible. But there is another way you can go without having to pay $2,000 to $7,000, truck driving school fees. It's just not necessary. I don't understand why everybody isn't doing this. But what I would do is go down to the Division of Motor Vehicles and get the commercial driver's manual. It's right there on the table. Book here has got everything from the general knowledge test, endorsement test, doubles, triples. Everything you want is right here, except the skills test and the driving test that you're going to have a track trailer to complete that part of the test. When you go in with this book, you are going to have a medical card. Go down to your, this is a driver's qualification certificate card, medical examiner certificate. You just go down and tell them you need a DOT card for your CDLs. They know exactly what you're talking about. Probably costs less than $130, I think. I think it's $75 here. But you pass that test and you go get this book. Pass these tests. There's general knowledge questions. Test your skill, I think what they call it in here. In each chapter, not in the back, but each chapter as you study through it, there'll be a little test your knowledge section. If you can pass that, you can pass the test. If you can go through all those questions and pass those. This is section 2.1, test your knowledge. First question is, the vehicle inspection report tells the motor carrier about problems that may need fixing. They have better grammar than I do. Keep a copy of the report in your vehicle for the day. That way the next driver can learn about any problems you have found. Then the questions are, what's the most important reason for doing a vehicle inspection? And it goes on down, this 11 questions on this one particular chapter. Why put the starter switch key in your pocket during pre-trip inspection? Why should the wheel bearing seals be checked for? What should they be checked for? How do you test hydraulic brake leaks? What are 3 kinds of emergency equipment you must have? Stuff like that. If you can answer these questions in every chapter, you can go right in there and breeze through your CLP part of the test, which would be the commercial learner's permit. You got to have that now for 14 days before you can even do the skills test. I would say go get your CLP with the book. You will have to have the science test. You're going to have to make 100% on these. You got to get all your signs right. You get 80% on the written test, 80% on the skills test. If you can do that, you pass. Like I said, you have to have it 14 days. It's good for 180 days. You can renew it. You have to give up your regular driver's license, but with a CLP is a driver's license. You may or may not have to retake the general knowledge test and the endorsement test. get your endorsements while you're going. Don't barely get your license. Go ahead and get all your hazmat endorsements, your doubles, your triples. Then when you get set with all that, then you go out, and where I would suggest to go and apply would be somewhere like Cisco, Pepsi-Cola, Budweiser, any food-related company has short trucks and tractor-trailer trucks. They'll let you drive a short truck. If you go in there applying for these jobs, they'll let you drive a short truck. And then once you get a little experience, they'll move you over into a tractor-trailer. They don't require 2 years experience. They just want to know that you're not going to tear everything down once you start driving. Driving for one of these smaller companies like that, or local companies, not smaller, you get a whole lot of driving experience. You may not drive but 30 miles a day, but you're driving in parking lots, you're backing up to docks constantly, you're switching trailers in and out. You're getting a lot of truck experience. You know, you're having to work your truck in really tight areas, something that over-the-road drivers never get. You know, an over-the-road driver, he may drive 1,000 miles and then back up to a dock where he can get a completely straight shot into a dock. You probably won't get that. You know, you can, just like some of the videos I've done showing how you back up into some of these tight post offices. Over-the-road driver never has to back into a place like that. But that would be my suggestion, go with them. And because another thing, if you go to one of these places, they do have their examiners there, or people that's qualified to give the skills test and the driving test. They can actually help you get your CDLs. You know, they're there to help you pass, and then he can test you, and then he's just like the examiner there at the Division of Motor Vehicles. He's official. He's been to school for the commercial driving part of it, and he can do the test. Then once you get the job, you know, you continue driving locally, driving tractor trailers locally for the company. All these companies are good companies. They have benefits and everything. And then if you're dead set on being over-the-road truck driver, then you can go out and apply to some of these companies that are not, I don't know what I would call them, but freight companies, you know, where you're all over everywhere. You know, you're never home. You're not making any money. You're waiting 60, 70% of your time waiting to get loaded, unloaded. You can go to a good, like I say, good company. Maybe somebody that hauls their own stuff, like just say in this area we got mowing. Mowing has dedicated runs from here to Ohio and back. You know when you're going to leave. You know when you're going to get back. You'll be gone every other night. Spend a night out. You're on the road. If you want to do something like that, you can get your experience here. Because over-the-road experience, the only way you can get over-the-road experience is be over the road. It's the only way. They can't teach it. Nobody can tell you. You might could call somebody as you run up on problems as you go along, but the only way you can get the experience is to do it. And that's what I would do. And there's another option. If you can't get a job at Pepsi-Cola, you can still get your CDLs, but you would have to borrow somebody's truck, and that's probably pretty hard to do. But that's what I would do. Go to work with some company, Pepsi-Cola, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, anybody's got a tractor trailer, and they'll put you to work. You know, you may have to start out hauling vending machines, or, you know, delivering fountain units, or delivering soft drinks. But keep pushing, and they'll put you over in that area, and they'll let you drive. You get your 2 years experience, you'll be good to go. Because when they look at your report, if you apply to another company, say a large company like Federal Express or UPS, when they see your hazard material license after 2 years, you don't have to prove you hauled hazard material. You just have to have the endorsement and a 2-year experience on your license, or have your license for 2 years, driving tractor trailers for 2 years. Because most times if you're hauling hazardous material, they're going to require you to go to another school and that specializes in what they're doing, you know. So just get your endorsement, and then you can go to their class training, whatever they require you to do. And I think you'll be a whole lot happier that way. You won't have nothing but the cost of the medical card and the regular driver's license, whatever that costs now. That's the only cost you'll have in it. I think you'll be very happy. TacBishop.